When it comes to freelancing, if you're a beginner, you don't have any portfolio, you don't want rigorous interview processes, and you don't have any training or any experience, but you want to freelance. In this video, I'm going to be telling you 5 freelancing gigs that you can actually do that will get you money. I mean, I believe these are starters because this will give you plenty money, but these are starters. I did about 2 out of these gigs I'm going to give you now, and at some point I had to keep it because I wanted to become, that was not what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. Okay, so if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. If you have any questions, you can put it in the comment section, and if you feel like I'm doing well, please encourage me. Please encourage me. Tell me in the comment section you are doing well. I will appreciate. So now the first gig you want to do is translation. Translation is the most underrated gig. The reason is because when I found out about translating, my mind was blown. Because the first time I looked at it and like I saw people translating, most people on Fiverr translating English, French, Dutch, all of these international languages. I was like, but I don't know how to speak English now. I don't know how to speak French. Neither do I know how to speak all of those languages. So that's like a no-no for me. But then I decided to filter down to see what Nigerians on Fiverr are actually doing. And I found out that most Nigerian sellers on Fiverr, were translating English, Hausa, and Igbo and Yoruba. I was like, are you kidding me? Or there were just few people doing that. And there are some people who were making a lot of money. Like you could see the number of gigs and others they had, number of reviews that they had gotten. So I was like, I saw someone, I think what pushed me to do it was I saw someone who had a gig saying I will translate to English, Hausa, and Yoruba. And I thought about it. I mean, most people on Fiverr are young people. Who is that person that will know English, Hausa, and Yoruba? And they will know it really, really, really well. I don't think that this person really, except the person outsources, right? And so I said, you know what? I'm going to start doing English to Igbo translation. I am definitely not the best at Igbo, but I do well when it comes to speaking my mother tongue. So I set up this gig, and I think in a few weeks or so, I can't remember exactly when, I got clients. And I was doing this when I was in school, and I started getting clients. And the best thing about these gigs, they are one-time gigs, like they are project-based gigs. So you can just do it. It doesn't take your time. You can just dedicate an evening, 1 hour, 2 hours, translate and go. So I got clients that wanted to translate the books they were writing from English to Igbo. I got clients that were artists and wanted to translate their songs to like the other language, and it was very interesting. I even got like an NGO project, someone who wanted my accent, and that is going to lead me to the next gig, which is transcription. So while I was doing translation, someone chatted me up and said, "Oh, I want you to transcribe. I want you to." They were speaking Igbo there. They had translated, caption, subtitled the video in English. But then they wanted someone who was going to speak the English with a Nigerian accent, with a Nigerian Igbo accent. And so they reached out to me. So I basically didn't speak Igbo. I spoke English with my normal God-given Nigerian accent. And that was how I made that project. That was how I did that project. So you would be surprised that there are a lot of people out there who are looking for people who can translate English to your native tongue. I don't know where you're from, whether you're from your Efik or your Ibibio, or you'll be surprised. And most times these people are people like you, people from your tribe who are abroad, or just Nigerians basically who are abroad. So the next skill that I'm going to mention, or next gig that I'm going to mention, is TikTok manager. The reason why I'm mentioning this TikTok manager is that I'm assuming that you have TikTok. Almost everyone has TikTok, and you don't want to just be a user of TikTok and you are not making money. At least you're not making money directly on it or indirectly from that platform. If you have TikTok and you're listening to me right now, then you should set up a gig as a TikTok manager. The reason is because most of these business owners are not your age. They're not my age, they're not our age, they're usually older. And you know that TikTok is fast paced, and TikTok is basically for younger people. And but because of the way the platform grows, business owners want to get in, into TikTok, and they can't do this on their own. So they need someone who is going to be willing to do this for them. That is where both of us come in. Okay. So if you have the platform on your phone, go and set it up. Go and set up a gig saying you want to be, I will help you with your TikTok management, social media, TikTok/social media management. Shikina, you these are skills that you have. You no longer it's not entertainment anymore. This is now a skill, because you've been on the platform for a number of years or number of months. You understand how the platform works. You know how to upload. You know how to like. Now the fourth one is community manager, but this is for Discord. If you're someone who knows how the platform Discord or Telegram works, and you're there, then there are people who, especially people in the gaming community, who need assistance to help them manage their community. This is where you would come in. The reason why I feel like this is easy is because these are platforms that you already use. Okay, you're using it for entertainment. I feel like it will be a very good opportunity if you can also take that entertainment platform and start making money from it indirectly. Or the fifth gig that you can offer is not a gig per se, but you're going to become a freelance middleman. This is what I mean. You can outsource gigs that you get. For example, you feel like, oh, I'm interested in graphics design, and maybe you decide to actually go ahead to start learning how to do graphic design. But in the meantime, you create a graphic design gig on Fiverr. Whenever you get a client chat you up, you outsource that gig to someone who actually is not on Fiverr, because that person will be cheaper, right? And then you probably get 5% out of it. This is a very good business plan. It's just that I don't know if it's sustainable. I don't know if it's sustainable per se. But I'm talking about it because I've actually did it before. I didn't really create a separate gig. What I did was I noticed that most of the clients I had wanted need for graphics, right? So I added that gig, graphics design. I didn't add it as a gig. I added it as an extra service in order to boost my in order to kind of have a competitive advantage, and also boost my pricing. But basically, if I because I'm not a professional graphics designer, I don't know color theory or whatever. But if I look at that type of job and look at the type of work the person wants, and I feel like I can do it on Canva, then I go ahead and do it on Canva. But if I feel like this person needs something more professional, right? If I feel like person needs something more professional, then I call my friend who is not on Fiverr, Noble, my dear friend. I call Noble and I tell Noble, I have a job for you. This is the person's color palette. This is the information. This is their website in case you want to know, get a feel of what their team and their vibe is. And I send this information to Noble, and Noble delivers in 3 days. And I pay Noble his money normally in Naira. And then whenever I deliver to the client then pays me, however, in the amount that we already decided. So I'm saying this because you can actually look into it. It's a good idea. Like for me, it worked for me well. It worked really, really worked for me well. So guys, if you're new, again I say if you're new and you've not yet subscribed, please click on the subscribe button. Like my video if you want. Please like my video. It encourages me, and it also tells YouTube that people actually like this content. Also, if you have questions, if you have any sort of questions regarding freelancing, then put it in the comment section. I will get back to you. And if you don't have any question, feel like I'm a good teacher and I taught really, really, really well, then just tell me you did well on the comment section. I'm really, really dying to see your comments. Thank you so much, and see you next time. Bye.